guys, welcome to a Pilates class. My name is Emily and I am the owner of Infinity Movement Studio at Salt Kaka'ako. And we do yoga, Pilates, and a bunch of different dance classes here, such as salsa dancing and contemporary, to name a few. But today I'm going to walk you through a Pilates class. We're going to start standing. Bring your feet about hip width apart. And you want to kind of rock forward and back a couple times on your feet, just making sure that you are comfortable and centered more towards the big toe, second toe sides of your feet. Now from here, we're going to tuck the chin and start to slowly roll down. Take it nice and slow. Once you get to the bottom, wherever is your max, you're going to slowly start to roll up. Keep the head hanging, keep the arms nice and relaxed, and then your chin will be the last thing to untuck. Again, take a deep inhale, and exhale, start to roll down. Inhale at the bottom, and exhale, slowly rolling back up. One more time, nice deep inhale, and exhale, rolling down. Inhale here, and exhale, rolling back up. Nice, now we're going to take this with a flat back position. I'll go sideways so you can see it a little bit better. Try to keep the back nice and flat. You don't need to overarch. If it hurts your low back, go ahead and stay a little bit more rounded. We're going to lengthen forward, letting the arms drop in front of us. Go ahead and tuck the chin when you reach the bottom and curl yourself back. Good, again, lengthen forward for 2. And one more time. All right, now we're going to reverse that. So go ahead and tuck the chin, curl down first. From here, activating the legs, start to lengthen through the back and come up through flat back. Again, for 2. And last one. So now that we've mobilized the spine, warmed up the legs a little bit, we're going to take our legs wider than hip width apart. One more roll down. So go ahead and tuck the chin and go down to wherever is your lowest point comfortably. So it will be different for all of us. We're going to start to bring ourselves over towards the left side. Doesn't matter if you start on the right first and then switch sides. And you might be up here, tapping towards the knees. Or you might be down here, tapping the ankles or the feet. Go nice and slow. Try to keep the back flat as you move through this. Couple more. And 2. And 1. Good. Back to center, and we'll slowly curl back up. One more time, curling down. For this one, you might want a block or something like a couple books that you can rest your hand on if you don't feel like you can reach the floor. If you can reach the floor, go ahead and put the fingertips or the hand down right at the center between the 2 feet. And then you're going to twist your opposite hand. So I'm reaching my right hand up towards the ceiling. Left hand is planted on the floor. Good, let's reverse that. Replace right hand with left and twist the other way. If at any point you feel any sharp pain, go ahead and back off from the movement and take a much smaller movement, or go ahead and wait out that exercise or fast forward. Nice, back to center, and we'll slowly curl all the way back up. Now we're going to switch to lying on our backs. So keeping the feet flat on the floor, move the heels a little bit further away from your glutes, hands flat down on the floor. So from here, first we're going to work on our 2 main postures when we're lying down like this. Our neutral spine, which means we're going to have a slight curvature in the low back, and we should be able to place 1 or 2 fingers just partially under the back here. If you can place your whole hand underneath, then you might be overarching the back, and you want to drop your rib cage down towards the floor a little bit. So just a couple of fingers or just 1. If you can't get any fingers underneath, then you might be tucking your hips and flattening your back. For now, we don't want to go into that. We want to be in this neutral position with just a little bit of space here. Go ahead and bring your hands down to the sides and see if you can side to side, and then stabilize yourself right on your two sits bones. Bring your hands to the front of your hips, feeling your hip bones, and see if they feel more or less even and one side isn't hiking up more than the other. We're going to keep our hands here on our hip bones. Take one leg up to a 90-degree or tabletop position, and then take your other leg up to meet it. You'll have a little bit of space here, so knees will be in line with the hips. From here, take a deep inhale. Exhale, pull the belly down and in without flattening your back, and then release. Good, again, take an inhale. Exhale, pull the belly down and in, and release. Bring both feet back down to the floor one at a time. We're going to try the same thing here. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. You're going to try to draw the belly button down towards your spine. So you're imagining you're sandwiching, you're getting smaller from the belly button to the spine without flattening your back. So take an inhale, and exhale, pull the belly button down and in. So it should kind of feel like the top line of your belly is just pulling away from your pants a little bit. And if you don't feel that, that's okay. So let's go ahead and take one leg to tabletop and the other leg to meet it. Now, keeping our hands on our hip bones for reference, we're going to tap one set of toes down and then alternate to the other side. Now, you want to keep this true 90-degree angle, so instead of bending at the knee to tap, go ahead and keep 90 degrees, and it'll feel like your toes are reaching further away towards the edge of your mat. Go as slow as you need so that you can feel your hip bones balanced here. Nice, we're going to take 3 more sets. 1, 2, 3. Good. Holding the legs up in tabletop here. Bring one leg down and then the other one down to meet it. Nice. We're going to take our hands behind our head now. We want to see our elbows in our peripheral, but we don't want to draw them in close or open them out too wide. From here, go ahead and pull the belly down and in. And then imagine you're going to start to curl up, but you're not going to fully go up into a crunch yet. And then release. Good. Again, bring the elbows to your peripheral, pull the belly down and in, and imagine you're going to curl up from the core and release. Nice. Now we're going to go for that crunch. So keeping the arms where they are, just in your peripheral vision, tuck the belly in and start to curl and lift. And then exhale, slowly coming back down. Try to initiate that curl from your belly button pulling down. The hands are just behind the head for support, so we're not going to pull the neck towards our knees. Everything is initiating and working through the core. Good, we have 5 more here. And 4, 3, 2, and last one. Nice. Now bringing one knee up to a tabletop, other one up to meet it. Same thing. Exhale and curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure the knees are in line with the hips. 7, so we don't want to draw them in too much. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Release. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Curl right back up. Hold here. We're going for our toe taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6. You got this. And 7, 8. Curl up a little bit more. 9. One more. 10. Nice. Bring both legs down and release yourself down to the floor. Nice work. All right, we've got one more crunch here. Lift both legs up to a straight leg position. It's completely fine if you soften the knees a little bit, particularly if you feel any pain in the hamstrings. From here, we're going to take the hands back behind the head. Look towards your 2 big toes. Curl the core and lift through the belly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel like your belly button is going to reach your toes. 6, not your nose. 7, 8, 9, We're going to turn over and come to an all fours position here. So in all fours, you want to spread the fingertips nice and wide. This will get more surface area for the hands and will take pressure off of your wrists. Try not to sink into the meaty part of the hand right underneath the thumb. Try to spread those pressure points evenly, even pressing the fingers down into the floor. Our knees are going to be right in line with our hips. And then we're going to start in a neutral spine, so just a little bit of curve in our low back. From here, press out of the shoulders. So if you find yourself starting to sink like so, press out of the shoulders, try to lift the chest and slightly tuck the chin so that your neck is in line with the rest of your spine. All right, from here we're going to go to a cat-cow. So we're going to round the back, tuck the pelvis, drop the chin and look towards your knees. Press it nice and high out of those fingertips, and then arch the back, lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling, and look straight forward. Good. Again for 2. And feel free to go at your own pace here. No need to follow my exact time. One part of the movement feels a little better than the other. Go ahead and just hold for a little bit. Good. We've got 2 more. And last one. Nice. We're going to settle into our neutral spine position. Stay nice and high off of those shoulders. Lift your right arm straight forward and back down for 1, 2. Feel the back muscles working here. So instead of trying to raise your shoulder up towards your ear, keep that shoulder dropping down. Use that shoulder blade to lift. 4. Try not to sink over to the left side. Try to stay nice and parallel, even pressure on both knees. Last 2, and 1. Go ahead and replace the right hand down. Make sure you've stabilized yourself, and we'll switch to the left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep pulling the belly in. 8. Keep that neutral spine. 9. And 10. Good. We're going to pull the hands down. We're going to take our right leg back behind us and take a look at your hips here. If you don't have a mirror, just kind of feel where the hips are. You want them parallel to each other. There's going to be a tendency to drop the right hip down because the leg is straight. So see if you can lift and keep the legs parallel. And then keeping the toe pointed here, we're going to lift through the back of the leg and the glute, and then lower back down. Tapping the toes, again for 2, 3. So you'll notice nothing's moving in the hips, so there's no wiggling here. You're going to hold steady. 5, 6. You should really feel this in the glutes and the back of the leg. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bend the knee, bring it back in. Restabilize yourself, and let's switch to the other side. Lifting for 1, 2, 3. Not allowing that left hip to hike up. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. And if at any point of this your wrists start to get really sore, you can always use books or a block or a stack of blankets, and you can put your forearms down. Try to get it high enough so that you can keep the forearms parallel to the floor. All right, one more on all fours here. We're going to keep our knees bent, and we're going to lift our toes up towards the ceiling. Again, we're not going to hike that hip open or drop it down. We're going to keep it parallel to our left hip. Squeezing the glutes, we're going to lift. 1, 2. So feel like you're lifting the toes to the ceiling, but you're squeezing the glute muscles, so you're not going to lift with the leg. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switching sides. Up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice work. Taking the knees out wide, bring the toes together. Press back to a child's pose. Go ahead and stretch the wrists out, wiggle them from side to side a little bit. We're gonna walk ourselves over towards the right side and try to reach that left arm towards the right. Drop your left shoulder down towards the floor. Coming back to center, we're gonna switch to the other side. Pull that right arm towards the left side and then drop that right shoulder down. Nice, coming back to center one more time. Drop your chest down as far as it will go. Good, and then coming back up. We're gonna come to a seated position to finish. We're gonna start with our legs crossed and we're gonna take our arms out to the sides. Bring your right arm across the body, your left arm will go in front of the right arm, and then you're gonna draw that right arm in, trying to drop the shoulder down. And just hold, focusing your breath on wherever you feel it particularly tight. Good, and release. Switching to the other side, right arm goes in front of the left, left arm is straight, and that shoulder on the left side is dropping down away from the ear. Good, and release. Take your right arm straight up, bend at the elbow. Try to bring that elbow as close towards your head as possible. Reach up and over with the left hand and gently draw that elbow in towards the head and see if you can walk those right fingertips down the back. Try not to round here, so try to lift through the chest as much as you can. And release. Take the left arm straight up, bend the elbow and bring it as close to your ear as possible. Reach the right arm up and over, holding onto that left elbow. Walk the left fingertips down the back. Nice, and release. We're gonna take our left leg out to the side. Right leg is gonna stay bent. If you feel any pain in the knee, go ahead and bring your heel forward in front of the body more. Otherwise, you can keep it in towards the body. We're gonna reach up and over with our right arm, trying to keep it straight, and then turn towards the right slightly, and just go as far as you can, keeping the arm straight, and keeping the chest parallel, and keeping the chest sideways. So we're not going to twist towards the floor. We want to imagine if we were up against the wall, both shoulder blades would be touching the wall. Nice, coming back to center. Now we're going to twist towards that left leg. Imagining the belly button is going to glide towards the thigh of that leg. Start to walk the hands down. If you start to feel your right leg lifting, back off and instead focus on getting a flat back. Coming back up to center, we're going to switch to the other side. So right leg out, left leg bent. Bring your right hand onto your left foot or somewhere on the floor in front of you. Slide towards that right side. Reach the left arm straight up and over. And feel like someone's pulling your fingertips towards the right side of your room, but you're dropping that left shoulder down at the same time. Coming back up to center, twist yourself over your right leg and start to walk yourself forward, keeping as flat of a back as possible. Sit in any comfortable position. If you feel your knees are coming up really high and you're a little uncomfortable on the floor, go ahead and sit on a block or a pillow so that it elevates you and your knees are more in line with your hips. From here, we're going to sit up nice and tall, sitting up high on our sits bones, and we're going to start to slowly tilt the head and take a slow neck circle. As you rotate the head back, careful that you don't throw the head back and you stay nice and lifted, still using the core, and only go so far back as you feel safe doing. If you prefer, you don't have to go back at all. And then switch to the other direction. and tall. We're gonna finish with 3 deep breaths. You're gonna inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and you're gonna bring your hands to your rib cage. As you inhale, you wanna feel that rib cage expand. As you exhale, you wanna feel it contract. So we're taking nice low breaths. Take an inhale, and exhale. Again for 2. And 3. Release your hands down to your knees. Thank you guys for joining me today, and have a great rest of your day.